was your least favorite background show you've worked on?
It was probably any time that it was like a cattle call.
Oh.
When I would show up and I was like, oh, there's 400 of us.
Yeah.
Those I hated. I did not.
The beach scene.
The beach scene. Yeah. Yes. I did a scene at Santa Monica Pier one time for 911. I did 2 episodes of 911.
You did?
I did. There was one where I was on the Santa Monica Pier, which was awful. Hated that. Hated it so much. I kept just like, here's the thing. When you're doing background, a lot of the people that are there they're trying to be actors. They're trying to, this is their day gigs.
Yeah.
I did not care. I was there for a check and an excuse.
And craft service.
And craft service, an excuse to read my book. Truly. That, but I was getting paid to do it. I loved when they're like, oh, we need you for 6 more hours. I'd be like, great, love it. I'll be here reading my book. Yeah. I don't care. And I also I drove a cobalt blue car, so I often got booked with my car.
Yes, extra money.
And so, but I hated the shows that I were getting, and at the time I had a friend who worked at
Central
Casting, and so sometimes she would just, here, I booked you on this, great, love it. But I hated when I would show up and there was like 400 of us at the Santa Monica Pier. Oh,
because then your holding room is just like little fold out chairs
under a tent, and it was hot. I remember it was so hot that day, and there was just so many of us, and there's still those like eager beavers of like trying to be seen, and they're like, I'm gonna go here, and I'm like, whatever, I want to stand behind this pole. I don't care if I'm seen or not. It does not matter. And but then the second time I did 911, I was in a bus crash, and I was in the bus.
Oh.
Yeah, so that one was kind of fun.
Did you have to get like blood on you and stuff?
No,
Oh, you weren't a featured extra.
I was in the bus, and then once the bus had crashed, I think maybe I had died because they had me stand off to the side. Yeah. So whenever they were like fixing people, they were like, "You're already I'm in that body bag.
Dead on impact.
Yeah,
get over there."
Because I sat on the bus, and the crash came from behind me because I had to like fall forward, like the impact had hit. I was definitely dead on arrival.
Yeah. So you had to fall when they called action?
I did have to fall forward.
Was there a mat on the ground?
No, they just had us like stay seated and just fall. I guess it was going to cut away. But my favorite ones were more of the smaller ones. I remember I did a full day on This Is Us, and again, started the morning as a jogger for one scene, and they had also booked me with my car. So in the morning I was a jogger for the modern day, and then after meal in the afternoon into the evening was the flashback when they were younger in the 90s. And so I had wardrobe change, and I remember they sent half of everybody home, but they kept me because they were like, oh, we need someone to walk in the neighborhood. And I just looked regular enough. And they literally there was probably only maybe 12 of us that I had booked that day. And after meal break, they go, okay, and they pointed to me and this other guy, and they go, you guys have cars, right? And I was like, yeah, we have our cars. And then they go, okay, everyone else, you're free to go home. And it was just me and this other guy. We were the only background left because they were doing some scene inside the house, but I guess they show them in the front yard, like they come out the front yard, and they wanted somebody walking on the other side of the street, and our cars were just used to be parked in the street. Yeah, that's what they were used for. And I think that was like one of my bigger paychecks. I was there all day. So that one was my favorite because it was just so chill.
What kind of check is that? So for people listening at home, when you do background work,
I mean, so that was easily 2018, 2019. So this was a while ago, but the scale is on an 8-hour minimum. So oftentimes, I remember at that time, I believe it was like $165 for 8.
Oh, wow.
Then that was non-union. And
times went up. It was $86.
Yes. So I think at that point it was like $165 for 8. And I believe that day ended up being almost a 15-hour day.
Wow.
And so in the state of California, for most states, you don't hit overtime until you hit 40 hours for the full week. In the state of California, you hit overtime if you go over 8 hours in a day. Oh. So if you're hitting those, so as soon as you go past 8 hour, I'm getting time and a half for overtime. And then it's like as soon as you hit 12, you're getting double.
Wow.
an hourly rate. Plus, if they go past 6 hours without a meal
food,
break,
yeah.
you get a meal penalty, which is like an extra $20 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And then I was getting a bump for using my car, which I think was only like an extra $50. Like it wasn't anything super big. But I remember that was a good payday. And then I did have a few days of union work. I am SAG eligible. I just never bought into the union because it's so expensive. But I worked as a body double, and then I had friends who worked on the Goldbergs, so they booked me on the Goldbergs a lot. And the body double one was cool.
What was that for?
Okay, I do not promote the show. I did a body double for Euphoria.
You don't like the show?
Season 1. It's just really nasty. It's just really...
I've never seen it.
It's on HBO, and it's about these high school students, and I don't know what high school this is supposed to be, but they're all doing nasty stuff, okay? And drug addicts and sex and just all kinds of things.
So not the private school you went to.
No, it is not. And I never watched the show, and whether I worked on the show in background or as a casting manager, I don't ever watch anything that but I remember I got the call from my friend who worked there, and she was like, hey, we need a body double. I think you're perfect for it. I've put you in for it. Show up to Sony on this day, whatever.
Like
she
a
was
dead body?
No, like a real, for the filming, they needed because they were doing this like mirror scene.
Okay.
And so she goes, I think you're perfect for it. There's one other girl they're considering. She goes, but I can get you union status with it. And I said, okay, great. So, and union pay is almost double what non-union for. So I remember it was going to be closer to like $260 for 8.
Wow.
And here's the thing, it's an 8 minimum. So here's a great thing too, is like I either want to, whenever you're doing background, you either want to go over and hit that 12, 15 hour day, or you want to be done after 4 hours because you still get that full day of pay.
That's right.
So the day that I went in for the casting, I got a full 8-hour day, but I was only there for
just
an hour.
Just for casting?
Yeah, I literally came in, I got a SAG card, I got a union card I just came in, and they literally just looked at my body. Like they put me in a trailer, and the casting girl just came in and she was like, okay, turn around. I had to stand in my leggings and a sports bra, and she just was like, okay. She and then the hair and makeup came in and touched my hair, and they're like, okay, all right, thank you. That was it.
Bye. So here's your check.
Truly. So that was here. Got my little paper, my union, whatever those things are called. I can't think of what they're called anymore. Voucher. And I was like, great. And I think at that point it was 8 a.m. I got there, and I was like, what a great day. Yeah. Great day. Don't even know if I booked it, but I'm like, what a great payday.
Yeah.
So then maybe 2 hours later, she calls me and she goes, okay, they want you. You'll come in tomorrow to get your hair cut. And I said, oh, okay. So I booked
Cut your hair?
Oh, yes. But I get a full, almost a full extra pay of day for that.
Yeah. Okay. So they charge you a haircutting fee.
Yes. So I get a haircutting fee. And
did you even get to ask wait, how much of my hair? What do you mean?
I did. I kind of knew. She kind of gave me the rundown of it when I went in for the casting. She was like, they're gonna have to cut your hair pretty short. And I at that point had maybe shoulder length hair,
and they were gonna go shorter.
And they were gonna go shorter. And I at that point was also, I was doing a lot of different things to my hair, so I was like, sure, whatever, I don't care.
Okay.
And so the casting was on a Monday. So then she goes, okay, you're going to come back tomorrow on a Tuesday, and you booked it. Tuesday, they're just going to cut your hair. That's it. Nice. So I went in Tuesday, and they gave me a bob.
It was a cute bob?
It was pretty cute.
Okay.
They gave me a bob, and...
Were you scared? Oh, my God.
I really wasn't. I was kind of they're professionals. So they gave me a bob, and they also dyed it almost black.
Oh.
And to match the actress that I was being...
Did you meet her? Did you get to...
Not that day.
Oh. Did you stand in front of her and do this?
Kind of, yeah. So that day they just came in and did my hair, and then they also looked at I have another tattoo, so they're like, okay, we'll cut that up, and they also painted my nails.
Oh.
Because my nails had to match. And so then the next day, that Wednesday was when I was going to go in for the filming. Mm-hmm. So that's how fast it happened. Is I found out Sunday night. I found out Sunday night that they were doing that. So this was all, they figured out
Within a few days.
Like they were filming that scene Wednesday. So Wednesday morning I go in. Here was the other thing that I had to agree to was I was technically in lingerie.
Oh.
But it kind of felt like a swimsuit, I'll be honest.
Okay.
It was not scantily
clad. Did you get a lingerie
clad.
pay bump?
No. But it was not a scantily clad. It literally felt like swimsuit bottoms, like high-waisted swimsuit bottoms and a bralette. Like that's
chonies.
That's truly, and it was like full coverage chonies
Yeah.
too. So when they showed it to me, I was like, oh, this is fine.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this is chill.
Just don't tell my mom, but it's
yeah,
fine.
it's fine. And so the scene was this girl, the character, she was looking in the mirror and then she turns away from the mirror and walks into her room.
Okay.
And it was really cool the way they filmed it. So the camera was technically behind me. So when you first look at it, you think that when you see her, you think that's the reflection, but I was the reflection technically. So the camera was behind me and it went through the mirror, followed her into the room, which was the camera was huge. And so because of how big it was and how small the space was, there was a guy to my left. And so we practiced, like she was also putting like a mask on. Mm-hmm. And so we practiced like matching each other's movement. Mm-hmm. And like we even tried a few different things until we found what they wanted and what she felt comfortable with. Yeah. And so then practiced it a few times and then, okay, here we go. We're going to film it.
Imagine they get it and you're like, actually, I'm not comfortable with that one. Can we try a different one?
I, the whole time was just like, what do you want? What do you need? Got it. And so there was a guy to my left and he had a robe and and it was my robe. And his whole job was to pull me away so that the camera didn't hit me. And but because of how small it was, he literally would pull me by the arm. I would start to turn, matching her turn. And then he would pull me a little bit faster, wrapped me in the robe, and then just held me until they said cut because we couldn't move because of the camera. Wow. And so it was just me and this guy I just met. And I was like, how's it going? Hey. And I just felt bad because I was like, this is just some PA. Like, this is just some guy holding this random body double. And I'm like, hello. And the reason, too, that I agreed to the haircut is they said they were going to use me for more episodes. And I never did. I never got called back. So that was kind of annoying because I thought I was going to get used more. But
was the girl nice?
She was nice, yeah. She's not on the show anymore. But I guess they just didn't have
that's why you didn't get called back.
Well, she was there the full season, but they must not have I think they had me. They were like, we'll call you if we need another one. And I guess they just never needed. Yeah. There was just never another time where she needed a body double.
That's fine.
But I was, my friend who worked there, she was like, you'll be the one they call. Yeah.